we now introduce Hattie Mae Page, or Mother Page, as she was called at the Church of God in Christ in Memphis, where she was something of an icon. From the time our children were very small until the date of her death, Hattie was our very dear family friend. She died in February 1995. Nancy and I both gave a talk to a packed congregation at her funeral. I said that Hattie was one of those people about whom we could all say, "We have walked with angels unawares."
Just about. All right, where were you born and where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mississippi.
Mississippi? Where exactly?
Swan Lake, Mississippi.
What year were you born?
1909.
1909, so you're younger than Grandma.
3 years.
Yeah. And what were your parents' names?
My father was named Ed Rose and my mother was named Elvis.
Elvis? What was her maiden name? What was her name before she got married?
Bowles. She was a Bowles.
Bowlesby? And you grew up on a plantation in Swan Lake?
Yes, Harvest State.
What was it?
Harvest State.
Harvest Station?
State. Plantation.
Harvey State
Plantation.
Plantation? Do you know if that's still there?
The place is there was really gone.
Did you know Mr. State?
I see what I mean.
And how long did you live there?
From my daughter there until I got
Beautiful.
9 years old.
Did you get all that? You lived there until you were 9 years old? And then where did you move?
We don't talk in French.
Moved on to where?
Ben Sanders. Ben Sanders Plantation.
And Ben Sanders?
No, Ben Sanders.
Ben Sanders Plantation. Was that in Swan Lake too?
What did you do there?
Farm.
You helped with the farm work?
Yeah.
Did you, what kind of work?
Chop time.
Did you do that all the time? Because that would only be, what, in the like fall, wouldn't it?
Chop time at the end of the spring.
In the spring?
What the hell did you do? You did that in the spring? And what'd you do the rest of the time?
Well, when the cotton grew up, we picked cotton.
Oh, okay. But you went to school during the spring too, didn't you?
Went to spring. In school. School was named Strong Chapel.
That was the name of the school? And how many people went to school there?
Wasn't many, because just the plantation. Children went to school.
And was it in a chapel?
No, it was just school.
Oh. And so how many did you have? What was your teacher's name?
Didn't have one teacher. We had one teacher.
One teacher? And what was her name or his name?
She was named Minnie.
Minnie?
Minnie Five.
Minnie Fiber?
Five.
Minnie Fowler.
Five.
And how many brothers and sisters did you have?
One brother.
You want some help?
They will burn. Turn it down to,
One brother and
no, not all.
4 sisters? 4 sisters? But, and where were you you weren't the oldest, right?
No, I wasn't old.
Where were you?
I was next to the youngest.
Next to the youngest, and you had a younger sister?
No.
Younger brother?
My brother older than me. And I had a sister. She was twin. She's younger than I.
Oh. She was a twin?
Yeah, she was a twin.
And did her twin
No,
sister?
he passed.
Oh, he died at the time when they were born? When they were born, died? That's sad. And your mother, you were really young when your mother died, weren't you?
Yeah, I was young.
How old were you?
I was 8.
You were 8? But what did she die of? Influenza. Oh, that must have been in 1918.
1918.
Oh, she had that. Did anybody else in the family get that?
We all the children had it.
Oh, really? And all the children lived, but your mother died. That is.
That happened a lot.
Yeah.
Was she gonna have another child?
No, no.
She was not
No.
gonna. A lot of pregnant women died in that
Yes.
period.
You trying to get up and get
I
something?
got some greens down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll bet this isn't coming out. Oh, she's choking. Well, where was your father from? Was he from Mississippi too?
Georgia.
Oh, he's from Georgia. You know where in Georgia?
Atlanta.
From Atlanta? Did you ever go, did he have family who still lived there?
I went there after he passed.
Oh,
Do you know who your earliest relative was in this country?
But my other relatives, well, that was my auntie, my father's sister. She died here and my mother's sister died here. So 2 of them came here together. My mother married my father. My mother married my father married my mother's sister.
Oh, really?
oh,
Married her.
You mean,
Sister and brother married sister. But the,
after your mother died?
no, that's when they were young.
Awesome.
That's when they first met.
So that's how they met.
They married in Georgia.
And
did you ever know your grandparents?
Never see them.
But they were in Georgia too?
And how they had to come to Mississippi then?
Some people's going around, you know, and they're getting people to come to Mississippi. Just,
Got them to come and work.
yes, that's where they got.
Did they like it? Were they happy they came? Or did they say Georgia was better?
Yeah, they stayed here till they got. Most of them.
How'd you get to Memphis?
I came to Memphis through a friend of mine.
To work?
No, she moved up here. And so after she moved here, she wanted us to be here. And that's how I got to Memphis.
Well, so now how did you meet Henry?
I met him when I was 9 years old.
Woo! And he must have been on,
Was he good
the
looking?
second plantation that you were on?
Handsome.
He was good looking.
I thought he was.
And how old was he?
Well, I reckon he might have been about 14.
Oh, no. And you were
We grew up
9.
on the same plantation.
And how old were you when you married?
I was 20-something.
20-something?
Yes.
And you knew him since he was 9, since you were 9?
Yes. That's when I got acquainted with him. We were going over to my stepmother's house. Me and my brother. So he came out the house. My brother knows him. He came out, he said, "Hey, Ed." He said, "I'm a man now." Ed said, "Is you?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Ed, who is that?" He said, that's Henry Page." "You know that's Henry Page?" "No, I don't know." And that's how I met him.
Then you all started dating or something like that?
No, we didn't start then, but that's when I started liking him.
Oh, once he
A
became a
long
man.
time. I started, he just started dating until in 1924, third Sunday in October.
That's when y'all started dating?
Mhm.
Ooh.
And you were in
Third
your...
Sunday in October 1924.
Mhm.
How do you remember that date so well?
I remember that when I can't remember nothing else.
Well, what happened that night?
Now, you all lived together, mostly for all the, how many years was it you all lived together?
41.
What year did he die? Nancy, open that door for me,
Look
please.
out what year he died. 74. 74.
What did he die of? Hattie?
Arthritis.
Arthritis?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I want to hear what happened on the third Sunday in October 19.
Well, that's when I get him creepy. He had asked me. I didn't tell him. But I was so scared he wasn't going to ask me no more.
Well, when you went out on a date with him?
No. Girls didn't go out on dates then. You couldn't go out on dates. Because you couldn't go out like girls do now. Couldn't go out.
Couldn't go out?
Never could go out on a date. We never the hell even been out to a dinner.
You and Henry? Never even went out to dinner? What would you do together? He'd come over to your house? Or you go over to his house?
Yeah, he'd come to my house.
And he asked you to marry him, and you, what'd you say?
I was ready.
You were ready.
Yes. You didn't know how ready I was, but I was ready. and I never paid attention. I determined nobody not to break us up. Because I would never tell him nothing. Don't care what nobody said. I didn't ever tell him nothing. I didn't ever tell him what other women talk about. You know, like a bunch of women get together. So I never did tell him what our conversation was.
I see, that was smart.
Yeah. Where did y'all get married?
In the plantation
You
at
get-
the preacher's house.
At the preacher's house on the plantation?
Mm-hmm.
And what was that preacher's name? There was a Baptist preacher?
Mm-hmm.
Were your families there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Or did you
No.
elope? She said not. Did you elope?
Mm-hmm.
Did you elope? Run off to get married?
Well, I didn't run off, but I didn't let him know.
You didn't let them know?
What did
You just,
My brother knows it, but that's all.
did your parents not approve of him?
Mama didn't, but my daddy did.
Your dad liked him, but your mom didn't? What did your mom say about him?
Well, she didn't like him because he didn't go to church.
Oh.
Well, did he ever get to where he did go to church?
We went sometime, but he never was a church goer.
Never was.
He'd take me sometime.
That didn't bother you though, did it, too much? You wanted to do whatever you wanted to do. Were you always glad that you did marry him, Hattie?
Yes,
He was the best one you could have had.
yes.
And what year did you marry him?
24? Was it
20. What year did you marry him? Do you remember? Did you tell us?
Number 124 called after 24. I think it was 30. 30. 33, I believe. Somewhere in